Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be jumping back into DC Dark Legion. It is now officially in early access. There is no more planned wipe, so if it's in your store, download the game, enjoy it, and definitely let me know what you think. There's a lot to talk about because there's some changes, including maybe some videos you saw on my channel that that went away. So there is a lot to discuss here, so let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. So let's just talk about early access here really quick. We don't have an official list of where the game is accessible. Now, through chat and things like that, we've figured out a few areas. So I know officially this is Android only. We know that it's in the Canada store. It's also in the Philippines and the UK. I've also heard France possibly. So definitely check out those areas. If you're in those areas, check your store. You should have access to them. Literally, if you're on France, not sure, but definitely let me know. If you're anywhere other than those areas and you find it, if you can let me know, that would be great. They are not giving an official list of where this game is available for one reason or another. Maybe it has to do with the IGN Live presentation that's coming up. It's actually a trailer review. So, I mean, a new trailer that's coming. So, not really 100% sure, but that's where I know you can get it. I haven't found an updated APK. If you do look for the APK, the version changed. So the technical test that was previous to this was 1.0.9. This is actually 1.0.0. So it dropped a little bit. So that 09 is not accurate. It's the 1.0.0. That's the newest one. That is the early access. And yes, there are no planned wipes, which is absolutely awesome. Next question, just about some videos. You may have saw some videos previously that no longer were on my channel. The devs reached out to me and asked if I can hide some videos from the last technical test. I complied. I didn't see any really reason not to, especially since they had let me know that we had some significant changes and things coming up. So they wanted those hidden. I said, okay, cool. It makes sense now that early access actually quickly followed that technical test. So let's talk about what's different with this early access. Number one, let's just take a look at the base. A lot of it's base stuff and gated stuff. So when we take a look at the base, the forge moved. The forge is over here on the right-hand side. It was on the left. If we take a look over on the left, we have additional rooms here. So now we have 2 Wayne Steels, 2 Biolabs, 2 Wayne Chips, and then 2 Treasuries. So we get additional resources coming in through here, which is super helpful. So that's pretty cool. Everything else here is exactly the same. One thing I didn't mention in one of my previous videos is that we have new vehicles as well. So we've always had this base vehicle here that you start with. You also have the T-Jet, which you get through the Green Lantern event. And then we have these 2 here. We have Superman's Kryptonian rocket. Very cool looking. I want that. Don't know how to get it yet. And then we have the Bat plane right here as well. Don't know how to unlock this either. Looking forward to it, though. All right. So there is that. Let's also take a look at a couple things right here. We've got these 2 new buttons over here. This one here is just your queue, your construction queue. Tells you what's being worked on. There is a second construction queue now. You do have to purchase it if you want to unlock it. And how much is it? I don't know. Boom, $15.52. I downloaded this from the Canadian store, so that's $15.52 Canadian. And then you also have this too. I didn't go over this previously, but you can. What's the word I'm thinking of? You can assign heroes to different rooms, and it increases the efficiency of those rooms. They do have a stamina, so over time they lose that stamina, so you'll have to swap them out. But right now, everybody's hunky-dory where they are right now. So those are the rooms that I currently have unlocked and where I have characters in. So those are the 2 new buttons over here. Now, as far as War Room specific content, as historically, just as we work through different technical tests, you got to get through different war room levels to unlock different parts of the game. There's a huge change in some of the stuff that unlocked. So specifically in Sun. Now Sun is, again, Stellar Operations Nexus. This is where all your additional game modes are. I believe Sun unlocks at War Room 6. I can't remember 100%. And then Combat Cycle here, I think, unlocks at War Room 8. I know for a fact that ACN, the Anti-Crime Network, this is where you're going to go and farm a bunch of your materials that you need to level up your heroes and things like that, and build your rooms and all that. This here unlocks at War Room 10. You can get to War Room 10 pretty quickly, about a day and a half if you're constantly on it. 2 days if you play a little casually. But ACN, and then Darkest Timeline, that unlocked early as well. It now does not unlock until you get to War Room 15. Here's a little bit of an irritant to me. You go into ACN where you go in and you can farm cash, experience, alloy, and chips. All this stuff is great. Mostly what I'm interested in here is experience and chips. However, when you unlock it, you don't have access to those. You only have access to dollars. Experience, you gotta get your War Room up to level 11, alloy up to level 12, and then chips up to level 13. Now this isn't as bad, chips, because now we have another room, but that room doesn't really unlock. Let's go take a look at that other room. I think it's like War Room what? Chips here, War Room 14. So 13 to farm it, 14 to unlock this second room here. I haven't really been hurting too bad for that. For me, it's this cellular restorative that has been the gate for me. That, and then obviously just time. And then let's see. That is it for gates right now. So let's look at the rankings tab. So we got the rankings tab here. This was newer, I believe. You can see who the top ranked heroes are, who the top ranked leagues are. We're number 3 right now. We'll get up there. I want to move back up to number 1. We were number 1 for a little while, but we do have we are maxed out at 80, and we are going to be able to increase that here pretty soon. But I like the rankings tab. I think it's cool just to kind of keep an eye on people and where they are. And then new technologies. I thought this was cool. So leagues, it gives you quite a bit more choice in forming your league. So if you go into technology here, before all we had was this construction queue, this first top one that we would work through, and this is where you get your league capacity upgrades. Now we have resources, so we can put research into different resources, resource upgrades here, and then you have combat as well. So there's a lot actually to do in here. Right now, my main focus has been building up the league capacity, because the more people you have, the more resources and research that can be done, and things get done quite a bit quicker. So that's my focus really right now, at least. It makes sense to me. And that's it. That's all the new stuff. Those are the things that have changed with the early access. Again, if you can jump into the game, let me know what you think. You can definitely keep an eye on more videos coming now on a regular basis. Streams are going to come back up. I do have an early tier list that we started in the previous tests. Just know these are not max level tier lists. They're not max star level tier lists. These are just tier lists that we put together as a community, just having fun and kind of figuring out who works best where. You're obviously going to see this continue to evolve. That's going to be my next video, is talking about that tier list. I do have a sneak peek of it on my Discord if you want to join my Discord and take a look at it there. But it is changing. Just know that, and just know it's based off my experiences as well as the experiences of some of the community that's provided feedback. All right, everybody, that is what I had for you. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.